My name is Adam Clays, and I'm the Assistant General Manager of Operations at the Fresno Irrigation District. And the Fresno Irrigation District's goal is to protect and manage the surface and groundwater supplies for FID's region, encompassing 250,000 acres. Depending on the intensity of the storm, you'll see flood control basins increase in water level differently. During big events, like maybe an 1 to 2 inch storm event, you're going to see the flood control basins fill up and almost get full to the brim. During smaller storms, where you might receive only 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch, you might see very little water in the flood control basins. The flood control district has criteria established for each basin where they need to make sure the water level in the basin doesn't exceed a certain level before the next storm comes. And so they don't need to completely drain the basin down between storms, but if it's below their criteria, they can let the water be there in preparation for the next storm. During the storm season, the Flood Control District has established criteria for each of their basins related to how much water can be in the basin before the Flood Control District has to turn on their pumps and discharge and drain the basins into FID's canals. So during minor storms, you might see the flood control basins increase in water a little bit, but it's still below that criteria, so that water's not going to be pumped out. While other times, there might be a significant storm coming our way, and the Flood Control District may want to dewater their basins completely to get ready to capture some significant rainfall. And during those times, the Flood Control District may turn on their pumps to completely drain their basins into FID's canals so we can route that water west of Freeway 99. There may be times when FID has started up its irrigation season during the storm season, so maybe during the months of March, April, May, and then a big storm comes hitting the urban area, causing the flood control basins to fill up during the storm season. And the Flood Control District will need to dewater these basins to prepare for the next big storm. The Fresno Irrigation District and the Flood Control District have to coordinate very closely during those times so that we can layer on top of the pre-existing irrigation water flowing in the canals with this additional storm water that's coming from the basins into FID's canals to make sure we don't overtop the canals or overwhelm FID's system going through town and out west of Freeway 99. One of the most significant unexpected weather events that we might see in our Fresno-Clovis area are summertime thunderstorms. And sometimes we'll get these in August where a large thunder cell comes out of nowhere and dumps a significant amount of rain over a part of the town. We might see 1.5 inches of rainfall in a half an hour. And during a time like August, FID's canals are already running full, delivering irrigation water to our growers. And during these thunderstorm events, these flood control basins rapidly fill up. And when these basins get too high, many times the neighborhoods surrounding these basins, the gutters will no longer drain water. And so you'll start seeing streets in the urban area start flooding. And the only way to get rid of that water is to pump these basins down. And so during those times, FID has to work really closely with the Flood Control District. FID will likely have to reduce its orders off the Kings River or San Joaquin River to make room in our canals so that the Flood Control District can turn on their basin pumps and drain their basins down so that the neighborhoods and surrounding urban area can start getting rid of the stormwater that's in the streets. A common misconception is that the water flowing in FID's canals going through town is being sent outside of our region, outside of the boundaries of the city of Fresno, of Clovis, or of the Fresno Irrigation District. The water you see in the canals in reality is going to growers on the west side of Freeway 99 or going to FID's groundwater recharge basins on the west side of 99. And that water is being used to grow our food, to fortify the groundwater supply that's under our area. And we do everything we can to keep that water in our region so it's not spilled and sent outside of our boundary.